Name of this segment is Really Off the Record. Sorry to cut you off, Ric Natress, as you were talking, but we were just sort of getting acquainted. And I was telling you.
You're trying to
How
get me
healthy
mad
you look.
already.
No. Truth is that you are looking healthy and fit, and that's great news for all of your friends,
Michael.
of which I am one.
You are.
Good to see this guy, Glenn Thibeault, member of the Canadian Parliament. You are the critic for amateur sport.
Yes, I am.
And you are from Sudbury.
Sure am.
And we'll talk about what you're up to. You know that guy over there, Mike Marson? He is a Sudbury legend.
You got it.
Former Sudbury Wolf captain. You were their first draft choice, right?
I was, as a matter of fact.
And, of course, you are now one of only a handful of people in Canada who have a 7th-degree black belt in Shotokan karate.
Thank you, Michael.
Scott Laughlin, you aren't nearly as tough, but you're a little scrappy with the voice. Good to see the satellite radio personality.
Always on my best behavior when Mike's around.
So what do you guys think? Royal Commission into Sports Violence. You are looking for that.
Yes.
Why don't you explain, as it might apply specifically to hockey, what you're looking for?
I need to be very clear. The first thing I'm not trying to do is take out the roughness and toughness out of the game. What I'm looking at right now is to be able to bring all of the players, so to speak. So the players' associations, the sporting associations, coaches, officials, even the equipment manufacturers, to see why we're getting an increase in violence. Now, I'm talking about the spearing that's happening at the amateur level where a 17-year-old kid has to get half of his intestines removed. No one wants to see that in the game. We need to actually get the violence out and keep the toughness in. And I don't have all that answers, but if we call that Royal Commission, we have the possibility of getting those answers.
Well, we've got a good cross-section of guys who've seen the game at the very top. And also, right now, you're involved with kids of what age?
16 to 20.
Right, okay.
So this is the age
so what do you think of that?
Well, I think it'd be interesting to see how it unfolds, but I mean the violence. I understand the spears, I understand the head checks, I understand hitting from behinds, I understand all that kind of stuff. But when you play a game, again, if you're asking guys to put everything they've got into a game to be successful, be it at the junior ranks, to get on to the NHL level, or at my level to go to the NCAA opportunities for scholarships, you're asking them to give everything they got, and that's pretty tough to regulate when you're playing with emotion.
I think a lot of the noise about it is the fact that a lot of people that are trying to be involved in making the rules and changing the game never actually played the game at that high level. And when you're out there and it's 2 minutes on the clock, and you know it's a tie game, you're going to throw completely your heart into the program. And a lot of times things will happen that
I've never been a proponent of governments getting involved or commissions coming up for sports and things like that. But sometimes the leagues bring it upon themselves because they don't come down hard enough in terms of discipline to stamp this kind of thing out.
Well, go ahead.
We've got amateur leagues, and you know what? At the higher level right now, this is what the kids are seeing, right? They're seeing some of the violent stuff, and then they're practicing this at the amateur level. And so when you have volunteers running a league, we got to be able to give these volunteers more tools in their toolbox to be able to deal with this. And I think the Royal Commission is completely nonpartisan. No time am I asking for the government to put the referee jersey on and skate around the ice. We've got tons of things we need to look at.
The key thing for me is that so many of the people that are making these rules never actually played hockey at that level, which I tried to interject earlier. And the fact that when Rick and I used to play against each other in junior, and we go into the corner, we're going in full gusto to get the puck.
You know, you're competing at the higher level,
that
right?
highest level, exactly.
Who's the toughest?
Yeah.
But this is what this Royal Commission can do, is it can bring the people in who've had played at that high level and actually get your input.
Well, I just, you know, but I certainly don't know disrespect, but I find this has been going around in circles and circles for generations, and at the end of the day, if you sit in a room and ask any GM in major junior hockey or NHL, what kind of player do they want? They want the guy that plays on the edge. They want the guy on the edge. So how do you get a kid to the edge that's not lethargic when he steps on the ice, which is a lot of big of my problems.
I can't tell you, Glenn, how many times, and Rick will vouch for this, I'm sure. In the old days, when they used to stitch you, no freezing. They take you in, they put the little cloth on you sometimes, sew your lip or sew your face or whatever, and you go back out again. Now, that's a whole different...
Got to wrap this up out of time. When could this happen?
It could happen anytime soon. I'm hoping to have it sooner rather than later, because the last thing we want to see is another violent incident on the ice. I'd like to see more rough and tough players like Wendell Clark and not any more incidents like Cormier and Tam.
On that note, we wrap it up. Keep us posted on that. We do it every day. It's called Really Off the Record.